So a lot of adults are really out here dating with childhood wounds dressed up as grown up, dressed up in grown up clothes,
Yeah.
right? Childhood, if you think about it, when we were, younger and you're experiencing that first love, like it feels good, it's exciting, and it teaches us what love is supposed to like feel like, what conflict looks like. Um, it also teaches us whether or not emotional needs are safe to express. So we tend to really recreate familiar emotional environments, even the unhealthy ones, right? So if love felt inconsistent growing up, chaos is going to feel normal in adulthood. If people experience abandonment, many people like cling to or they're very emotionally detached, or they're the opposite, they're very needy. And then people who are emotionally neglected, they sometimes struggle with asking for what they need. So all of that can kind of like show up as hypervigilance, right? And that's like having emotional walls up and testing your partners, overthinking, all of those things kind of play with oftentimes pushing people away
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So, and I think the other thing is that people sometimes confuse chaos with chemistry, right? And we think about love with like all these butterfly feelings and all of that. And so when you're really truly in a healthy relationship, and you're healing, it can feel boring. And so if you're kind of used to it, you grew up in trauma where there was like chaos, when things are settled and when there's peace, you sometimes even seek it out because that's what you're used to. That was your norm. So yeah, it definitely can look that way.
Yeah, that's tough, especially if you
Hmm.
aware of your triggers or certain things that's happened in your life and how that affects you.
Yeah.
That's got to be
Yeah.
tough. Um, I
Hmm.
remember I was in therapy and I found this maybe out about maybe 2 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago. My therapist, he was like, "Yeah, it sounds like you got some mommy issues," and I was like, "What? I ain't got no mommy issues." I'm thinking to myself,
Hmm.
And man, we connect those dots, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I had a whole conversation with my mom, and shout out to mom. But it was helpful, but I wasn't aware of that. It was just
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
oh, now I was able to just put the pieces together. Like, dang, that make a lot of sense now, And so I'm just thinking of all the dumb mistakes I did because I had those issues, but just couldn't put the pieces together.